Firewind is a Greek power metal band. Formed in 1998, the group is currently signed to Century Media Records and was originally a small project created by guitarist, Gus G to showcase his demo, Nocturnal Symphony in 1998. Firewind later became a full band over 3 years later when they recorded their debut album, Between Heaven and Hell. To date, the band has released 7 studio albums and has been met with international success. History. Early history. The band began in 1998 when the young Greek Gus G decided to record a demo on a 4-track recorder with some close musician friends in the United States as Gus briefly attended Berklee College of Music in Boston. The project was entitled Firewind, and was used as a showcase for Gus' guitar skills in an attempt to earn a professional recording deal. The demo attracted the attention of Leviathan Records, but activity was put on hold when Gus was hired by Nightridge, Dream Evil, and Mystic Prophecy. Between Heaven and Hell. After the release of his other band's debut albums, Gus' attention returned to the Firewind project. Only he remained from the original formation. Leviathan owner David T. Chastain brought in vocalist Stephen Frederick and drummer Brian Harris, while Gus enlisted the help of bassist Constantine. This lineup recorded the debut album Between Heaven and Hell. Burning Earth. In 2003, new changes were instituted as drummer Stian Christofferson and bassist Petros Christou joined the band. Harris and Constantine had been replaced as Gus was looking for a more permanent rhythm section that was prepared to tour. This lineup recorded Burning Earth and went on a tour of Japan with Rob Rock, but without vocalist Frederick, who was not prepared to go on the road. At their October 2007 show at Prog Power USA, the band briefly reunited with Frederick for a few songs off their first 2 albums. Forged by Fire. Frederick's replacement on the Burning the Earth tour, singer Chitril Shetty Somapala, was given the job full-time. Fellow touring member Bob Katsanis was also hired permanently to play keyboards. Firewind got a worldwide deal with Century Media by the end of that year. A few months after Forged by Fire was released, Chitril left due to personal and musical differences with the rest of the band. When his replacement, Apollo Papathanasio, was found, it was also announced that Christofferson would be leaving, to be replaced by British drummer Mark Cross. The reason for the split was that Gus wanted to have a set of Greek-based musicians willing to make Firewind their #1 priority, and Stian's main band was the Norwegian outfit Pagan's Mind. Gus also left his roles in Dream Evil, Mystic Prophecy and Nightridge. Allegiance and the Premonition. Between 2004 and 2006, the band recorded Allegiance, which was released in July 2006. From November to December 2006, they toured the UK supporting Dragon Force with All That Remains. Firewind accomplished their 2006/2007 world tour in Copenhagen at the Scandinavian Prog Power Festival on November 10. The band went around the globe almost twice, being on 3 continents including Asia, Africa, North America and Europe, and played nearly 100 shows. The band went to Sweden to record The Premonition, which was released in 2008. In November 2008, the band released their first DVD, Live Premonition, containing footage of their entire concert at their hometown in Greece on January 12 of that year. The band toured with Stratovarius in the UK during May 2009. During this tour, they added 2 new songs to their setlist, Losing Faith, and Days of No Trust. Losing Faith, which contains a line in the chorus in the Days of No Trust, was eventually to appear on 2009's Days of Defiance. In 2010, Firewind appeared in issue 3 of the Eternal Descent comic book series. The narrative was inspired by lyrics from Angels Forgive Me featured on The Premonition. Days of Defiance. At the end of September 2009, Firewind began work on their 6th studio album. The band confirmed that they have written 12 vocal and 2 instrumental songs. On January 13, 2010, Firewind announced that they were parting ways with drummer Mark Cross, with Michael Era copyright playing at the Live Mexico shows. Those shows, however, were cancelled. On May 7, The band recorded a cover of Judas Priest's Breaking the Law for a compilation CD by the magazine Metal Hammer. On May 26, Firewind announced the name of their new album as Days of Defiance and confirmed Michael Era copyright as a full-time member, although Mark Cross had recorded all drums on the album. On August 6, 2010, they confirmed an October release date for their sixth studio album Days of Defiance, and an August release date for the album's first single World on Fire. On the weekend of August 20, 22, Gus G guest appeared on the radio show Full Metal Jackie, where he premiered a second song from the album, titled Embrace the Sun. Almost a year after the release of Days of Defiance, Firewind did a European headlining tour, with Mats Lever Copyright N as a replacement for Apollo, who couldn't make the European leg of the tour, and a US headlining tour. Gus has said in an interview that Firewind will probably do a South America, "This Never Happened" tour after the US tour and then enter the studio for a new album. Also has Michael Era copyright left Firewind, and Joan Nunes of Nitrage replaced him on the tours and now is a full member of the band. Few Against Many and 10-year anniversary. Joan Nunes joined the session for the seventh studio album as drummer in Valve Studio in Greece. Firewind debuted two songs, Wall of Sound, and Losing My Mind, from their seventh studio album at headlining shows in Greece. The band has been confirmed for the Summer Breeze Festival and the Masters of Rock Festival. In early 2012, Firewind and Century Media have announced that Firewind has re-signed with a label and that they will be releasing the new album titled Few Against Many May 21 in Europe and May 22 in North America. Also, Firewind's second album will be re-released throughout Japan with 2 bonus tracks in February 2012. The band is confirmed to perform at the Download Festival in June 2012. On September 5, 2012, Firewind released a music video entitled Edge of a Dream that featured Apocalyptica. This was taken from their Few Against Many album released by Century Media Records earlier this year. Later on September 2012, Firewind announced that they will play 4 anniversary live shows in Greece in December, counting from the release date of Between Heaven and Hell, to celebrate their 10 years of existence. The shows took place on December 15 and 16 in Thessaloniki, and on December 20 and 21 in Athens. The band played different setlists each night in each city. The shows, as the band repeatedly announced, were recorded for a live CD release in 2013. Anniversary merch was also sold at the venues. On January 15, 2013, Firewind announced that vocalist Apollo Papathanasio had quit the band due to not being able to keep up with the band's touring and promotion schedule. On January 15, 2013, the band announced that Kelly Sundown Carpenter would replace Apollo Papathanasio on vocals for their 2013 North American tour. During an interview in June 2013 with Metal Shock Finland's Black Diamond, Gus mentioned Kelly as a fantastic singer, and also he stated that they have no plans to record a new studio album yet. Band members Current Henning bass lead vocals, Gus G lead guitar, backing vocals, Petros Christodoulidis bass, backing vocals, Bob Katsanis keyboards, rhythm guitar, backing vocals, Joan Nunes drums. Touring members Lead vocals, Kelly Sundown Carpenter lead vocals, Mats Lever copyright NA lead vocals. Former members Lead vocals, Apollo Papathanasio, Chitral Somapala, Stephen Frederick, Brandon Pender. Bass, Constantine. Drums, Matt Skerfield, Brian Harris, Stian Landis Christofferson, Mark Cross, Michael Era copyright. Recording timeline. Timeline